Hello and welcome back to the channel everyone. I hope that you all are well and you're having a nice time. I'm back with another video, and in this one I'm going to run you through my FPL Game Week 26 team selection. I'm going to talk about my FPL Game Week 25 and stuff related to that, the stats that I am currently upon. And yeah, I'm going to talk about all that in this video. Meanwhile, if you have not subscribed to the channel already, please do that and help me reach 800 subs sooner. So without further ado, let's get started. Now looking at the stats, currently I have 0.1 million in the bank. My total points are 1582. Now in the middle of Game Week 25, we're still in the middle. So 46k is my overall rank and I'm currently 64th in Pakistan. Hoping to get a green arrow at the end of the game week and see this rank go upwards more and more. So now talking about the team, firstly you can see I've placed Ederson on bench, and that is because of the disappointing defensive display for Man City game after game. And yeah, it has been pretty hurtful for the rank. Then I've got Andreas on the bench, who has been a good bench filler so far this season. He's pretty cheap and is a starter. And obviously there is Bueno, who was expected to keep clean sheets, but he kept on missing out on some of the clean sheet points. And he's just 3.9 million, so I do not have any complaints as far as Bueno is concerned. And I've got Ferguson, who is obviously not 100% starter, so he stays on the bench. Now Kepa starts in goal against Leeds. Now Leeds are a side that attacks a lot and they keep on shooting towards goal. So I'm hoping for Kepa to make some saves and return those saving points. I do not fancy a clean sheet in this game, but those saving points, obviously 3-pointer or 4-pointer, would really mean a lot for the rank. So that is why I've placed Kepa. Obviously Chelsea at home might put up a good defensive display and we might see a clean sheet too, but that is highly unlikely judging on their current form. Now moving on to the defenders, I've got a 4 at the back setup. As you can see, Ben White stays in because the other option is Bueno, and I really don't think they would be able to keep a clean sheet against a good informed West Ham. So I've played Ben White and he's got Bournemouth at home. A good fixture, but Arsenal has been leaky so far this season, but obviously Ben White has been playing that role pretty well now. We've seen Tomiyasu fail badly on that wing back role. Ben White looked good attackingly too. He puts in some crosses, not quality crosses, but still some crosses, so there is still a chance of an attacking return if we're lucky. Clean sheet, definitely not 100%, but there is a chance. Now Trippier against Man City, obviously this isn't a game you might want to see for clean sheets. This is a full attacking game. Man City has been conceding, and Trippier looked pretty good versus Manchester United. He put on some good crosses, good quality crosses. Obviously, Newcastle is not one of those quality sides that really bounces upon every chance they get. But to be honest, they have been alright. Considering their squad, they have done alright this season. And Trippier, Bruno Guimaraes back, it really boosts up the team's morale. And Trippier played pretty well in the previous game, so I'm hoping for some attacking returns in that game. Obviously, he has the most points as far as the defenders are concerned. So it would be cruel to bench him, considering his capability to provide those attacking returns. Then I've got Tarkowski against Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest put up a really bad display in the previous game. And I'm hoping Tarkowski might return me a clean sheet because Everton are slowly and slightly getting better defensively, and that is one reason why I want to why I picked up Tarkowski and hoped for a clean sheet in the double game week. Obviously we didn't saw that in the previous game, but I do hope that in the longer run we might see some clean sheets from Tarkowski because he's just a cheap defender, and the defensive display that Everton put up against Arsenal was really really a good one. And just judging by that, I do hope some clean sheets are there in the upcoming game weeks. So he plays in this game week against Nottingham Forest straight away. Now Reece James has been pretty disappointing. I have been looking at other options for near future, but for now I'd play him at home against Leeds. Obviously it is risky. I already have Kepa at the back, so hoping if there is no clean sheet, James wouldn't be involved attackingly because he has a tendency to provide those attacking returns. He is fully capable of doing that. He has got good quality crosses, and obviously he can finish the chances too. But if he fails again, I might have to look at other options for the upcoming game weeks. Obviously, there are many options that I'm considering. There is Mings and all the other players that have the double. We're going to talk about the double too after I show you my team. We're going to talk about if I'm going to wildcard or not. So I have saved that for later on. Now we move on to the midfield. Another 4 at the back, 4 in the middle setup, sorry, not at the back. I've got Saka and Odegaard doubling up against Bournemouth at home. A good fixture attackingly for Arsenal, and I hope Saka and Odegaard would be among the attacking returns. Saka definitely a big differential. Not a lot of people own him. those who own Salah decided to go for Salah did, sacrifice the place for Saka. So they went for Salah and not Saka. So Saka is definitely a differential, and hopefully, if he goes big, it could be a good chance for us to, gain that rank. He's on penalties, and that is a huge boost as far as FPL is concerned. Now, Odegaard has been involved attackingly. He has provided assists. He has scored goals, and I hope that rhythm continues. But if he fails, I'm going to give him another game week, and then we're going to look at other options. Obviously, there is Mitoma, there is McAllister, and there are other Brighton midfielders that you can look at. And once James Maddison returns, he could be a good option too for the midfield. Then we move on to Salah, who has been utterly disappointing. I have no hopes from him. He's the kind of player who used to be such a great FPL asset, but currently in his current form, he looks like the most like the player who is not involved anymore. He looks like the most lazy player on the pitch, and he's just trying a lot of things and nothing happens, and that is why I'm pretty disappointed with Mo Salah. Hopefully in the second game that he has in game week 25 would be a good one for him. That is against Wolves. He failed pretty badly. Whole Liverpool side failed pretty badly to score against Crystal Palace, who put up a good defensive display. So I have no hopes, and obviously there are news that Nunez is missing. Nunez was the guy who was most involved in their attacks. He looked pretty threatening. Nonetheless, he used to miss a lot of chances, but he still is a kind of player who looks threatening in front of the goal. So hopefully that Salah might start to get his form back, and start linking up with Jota in the upcoming game weeks, and that is one thing that might boost him, give him confidence. But other than that, I have no hopes, and I think that this transfer was a pretty waste. I mean, if his EO wasn't a huge concern, I wouldn't have moved for Salah. So Salah against Man United at home, hopefully an attacking return from him. But currently, judging Man United's form, I really don't consider that this is a possibility. They are now a very good side, a very defensive, attackingly, a balanced side, and they do not concede easy goals now. Rashford holds the armband. Considering Liverpool's bad defensive form, I'm going to give the armband to Rashford, who has been getting goals. I mean, out of nowhere, he's just going to score. He is in the best form of his life, and these are the best chances to, give him the armband and, bounce on the opportunity as soon as we get. So Liverpool at away is a good fixture, considering Liverpool's bad defense. Now we move on to the forwards, and obviously with the 2-4 setup in the midfield, I've got two attackers up front. It is a proper 4-4-2 where Harry Kane faces Wolves at away, and Harry Kane has been in brilliant form. I mean, his XG has been pretty low, but he has still been getting goals. I mean, he scored a goal out of nowhere versus Chelsea. I was pretty disappointed by Spurs. Obviously, they got a goal, but as far as the FPL is concerned, I was disappointed by Spurs, as Kane wasn't involved in that. But out of nowhere, he got that goal, and that was a huge boost for the rank. And then Haaland faces Newcastle at home. He's a must-own. He's about to break Salah's record if he goes by the similar pace he has so far this season of the most FPL points. So I think he is a hold for the whole season. Just don't mind if Haaland blanks or not. I mean, he's going to blank in one game and then score 3 in the next one. That is how Haaland is. So yeah, I think he's a hold for the season. Now, what are my transfer plans? My transfer plans are to hold. I think that this team is pretty set. I can hold a transfer. I do not have to rush or make any rushed moves or rage moves. I think I'm going to hold the transfer. I'm going to take 2 in game week 27, and then we're going to decide what to do next. But now, as for the wild card, I have decided to do wildcard, but I won't be doing it right now, or I'm gonna use it after game week 30. And the reason is that if I use it right now, I would have problems navigating after game week 30 or after this double ends, and that might be a problem for me to hold my rank and go upwards. So that is something of a concern to me. And secondly, if you are intending to use the wildcard, hold it till you get to see the fixtures on Tuesday and Wednesday. Obviously that is Thursday for me because of the time difference. So hold on to your wild card. Just know which teams are going to blank, and when you're pretty sure, do that wild card. Do not make a move that you'll regret later. So yeah, don't rush with anything. Obviously there would be price changes, but do not mind that. You can adjust with a point one more or point one less, but do not make any rash decisions or rush decisions that would be hurtful for your team. So my current plan is to hold the wild card and the free hit. As for now, I'm gonna navigate the blanks properly, so that I have a good team for the double. Obviously the plans are to bench boost in the double for now, but we'll see how things turn out for me. And obviously these Wednesday and Thursday games, and Tuesday and Wednesday for you guys would really be a decider for any chip moves that I currently have. Obviously if I decide to go for a chip, I'm going to release a wildcard video, and if I do not go for the chip, I'm going to post a YouTube short for the wildcard video, so just to tell you guys that what moves you could make and what are the players that you must go for the wildcard. So yeah, this currently is it from my side. I hope that you enjoyed. Let me know what your plans are and what your chip strategies are in the comments below. Do like and do share the video. So yeah, thank you all for watching.